designing a database, it is important to ensure that the data is in table is constant and relevant. Normalization is a process of reducing duplicate data in a relational database. The opposite of normalization is called denormalization. Hey guys, this is Kosik from CodeLab360 and I welcome you all to this interesting session on normalization in SQL. In this session, I will explain everything that is related to normalization with simple examples that are easy to remember. Let's look at the agenda for today's session. So, today's agenda is understanding the data redundancy, understanding normalization, first normal form, second normal form, third normal form, Boyce-Codd normal form, and understanding denormalization. This is our agenda. So, this chapter explains the process of normalizing database, discuss the various types of normalization, informs the first normal, second normal, third, Boyce-Codd, and the last, the understanding the denormalization. I hope you all guys are clear with the agenda, but before moving the further, if you have not subscribed our YouTube channel and Facebook page, then do subscribe and follow us so that never miss any update. So let's begin. So what is the redundancy? Redundancy means the repetition of data. Redundancy increases the time involved in updating, adding and deleting data. It also increases the utilization of disk space and hence disk I/O increases. So redundancy holo ki? Repetition of data. That means if there is a table, কোন একটা টেবিল আমরা এখানে একটা নিলাম, ওকে, so just suppose assume this is a table, okay, so here some student name, some column are there, just like name, okay, just like name, address, okay, roll number are there. So there is a student S and the address is same T and the roll number is 1. This is the table. I think we take it as a sports event table. So I think we take it as a 100-meter race and we take as 200-meter race. Okay, so here we can ace student same number. So this type of similar kind of name repeated, so this is called redundancy. In database this is called redundancy, means repeated data. তো এটা কি করে না, এটা আমাদের ইনক্রিজ করে ডিস্ক স্পেস যেটা আছে, কারণ একই নাম বারবার আসার ফলে আমাদের ডিস্ক স্পেসটা ইনক্রিজ হয় এবং যখন কোনো ডেটা আপডেট করতে যাই তখন সেই ডেটার আপডেটিং যে টাইম সেটা একটু বেশি লাগে, অ্যাডিং করতে গেলে তখন আমাদের অ্যাডিং টাইম বেশি লাগে, ডিল গেলেও সেখানে বেশি টাইম লাগে। সো টাইম ইনভলভমেন্ট বেশি হয়, ডিস্ক স্পেস বেশি পরিমাণে প্রয়োজন হয়। তো এই ক্ষেত্রে আমাদের রিডান্ডেন্সি কে কী করতে হয় না, রিমুভ করতে হয়। কীভাবে রিমুভ করতে সেটা আমরা নেক্সট দেখব। সো রিডান্ডেন্সি এটাকে বলে কনসেপ্ট I think clear তোমাদের redundancy কাকে বলে. So now moving to next. Okay. So data redundancy refer to the duplication of data in a database or information system. Duplicate data refer করে. Okay, it occurs when the same piece of information is stored in multiple places, leading to unnecessary storage and potential inconsistency when data is updated. Here is a simple example of data redundancy. এটা সেম যেটা আমরা দেখলাম যে এখানে কি হলো, occurs when the same piece of information, same piece information যখন আমরা মাল্টিপল টাইম মাল্টিপল প্লেস আমরা দেখতে পাই, সো এটা কি করে আননেসেসারি স্টোরেজটাকে ইনক্রিজ করে আমাদের, অ্যান্ড ডেটা আপডেটেড টাইম, ডিলিটিং টাইম এগুলোকে ইনক্রিজ করে. তো নেক্সট এক্সাম্পল থেকে আমরা কি দেখতে পাবো দেখি. সো লেটস সে you have a company employee database with the following fields: employee ID, first name, last name, department, and department manager. Example of data redundancy. So এটা employee ID, this is employee ID, first name, last name, department, and department manager. So employee ID 1, the first name is John, last name is Smith, and department is sales. Department manager is Jane Doe. Employee 2, Jane Doe, sales department manager is Jane Doe. Number 3rd, employee ID Bob Johnson, HR department Milk Brown. Number 4, Elias Williams, HR department Mike Brown. Number 5, Mary Davis, finance department Mark Wilson. So what we see, we identify there is a highlighted color, the repeated name. What is previous, we see the data redundancy. So this is the data redundancy. If you see, the same manager name is repeated twice. The sales department manager name is repeated twice, and also the HR manager name repeated twice. So it's called the data redundancy. So how to remove? In the above table, you can see the department manager column contain redundant data. Yes, this is a content redundant data. In this case, Jane Doe is the manager of both employees in the sales department, both employee of sales department. Okay, and Mike Brown is the manager of both employee in HR department. Yes, you can see the HR department Mike Brown, both HR and both sales. Okay, Jane Doe is both sales and Mike Brown is both HR department. Okay, so instead of storing manager name repeatedly, okay, this instead of storing the manager name repeatedly, what we can do, we create a separate table for department and store manager name there. So what is the solution? The solution is we separate this table, break it up. So this is a merge, we break down this table into one is department table and one is employee table. So the data redundancy is removed. So we can see next example here, the normalized example without data redundancy. So there is two tables, one is employee table and one is department table. So you can see in employee table there is employee ID, first name, last name, and department ID. So department ID is basically the department wise. There is total 3 department. You can see here there is total 3 department. One is sales, HR, and finance. Okay, so there is 3 department, but the department name is repeated. So that's why here 1122. 1 means the first department sales, 2 means the second department HR, and 3 means the third department finance. So we can see from previous tables the data is same. The employee ID John, first name John, last name Smith, but here the department name, is not there. There is a department ID. So this is the new column, and we cannot see the department ID in this column, but we see the new column, which is department ID, the based on the department name. Instead of putting the department name and department manager name in the employee table, we put the department ID in employee table. So it referred the department manager name and department name also all together through the department ID. So you can see this is a unique or primary key. Also you can see because base of this department ID column we can find the which department and who is the department manager of that particular department. Okay, so here the Smith is under the department 1. Yes, that means he is in sales department, and we can see the department table. The department 1 department name is sales and department manager is Jane Doe, and number 2 department ID, not the employee ID. Department 2 means number 2 is HR department. So who is the department manager? Mike Brown is the HR manager, and both Bob Johnson and Elise Williams in HR department, so their name. Number 3 is finance, and finance is single Mary Davis, and the HR also, and the department manager also same Mark William. So this is how we can remove redundancy from a database. In this normalized example, the data redundancy has been removed by storing department information in a separate table. The employee table only contains a reference department ID to department table instead of repeating the department manager name for each employee in the same department. This reduces data duplication and helps maintain the data consistency and integrity. So it helps maintaining the data consistency and data integrity, and it reduces the duplication of data. Okay, so we now come to our topic is normalization. What is normalization? Normalization is a method of breaking down complex table structure into simple table structure by using certain rules. Okay, so normalization is a kind of breaking down the complex table structure into simple table structure by using certain rules, which rule we need to discuss in next chapter, next session. And you can see using this method you can reduce redundancy in a table and eliminate the problems of inconsistency and disk space usage. So using this method we can reduce redundancy in a table. So how we remove the redundancy, you can see, and also eliminate the problem of inconsistency and disk space usage. So you can reduce the disk space usage also. You can also ensure that there is no loss of information. So if we reduce the redundancy of data, there is no loss of information. that is ensure. Okay, so normalization has the following benefits. It helps in maintaining the data integrity. It helps in simplifying the structure of table, therefore making a database more compact. It helps in reducing the null value, which reduces the complexity of data operations. Okay, so it helps in maintaining the data integrity. Okay, and next is simplifying the structure of table. Okay, because it simplify the structure, you can see the duplication of data and redundancy of the data in table, the repetitive data in table. We remove this, so the structure will be simple look. They are making a database more compact and compact database. It helps reducing the null value. Yes, the main point is reducing null value, and which reduce the complexity in data operation without any complexity. Okay. So this is the rule you need to follow for normalization. Some rules should be followed in achieve a good database design are each table should have an identifier. Okay, and the next is each table should store data for single type of entity. Number third, column that accept null should be avoided. So null value should be avoided in the column. Number fourth is the repetition of value or column should be avoided. The repetition or data redundancy, it should be avoided. Also, you can see there is some forms, which what is first normal form or 1NF, second normal form 2NF, and third normal form 3NF, and the fourth is Boyce-Codd normal form. This also the form which is very important in normalization. We can discuss about this form, about what is the first normal form, what is second normal form, third and Boyce-Codd normal form in next lesson. Just to see the diagram of normalization. The diagram of the form of normalization, what is the first NF, second NF, third NF, BCNF. These four are the normalization form. Okay, so today's session end. Thank you for watching this session, and please don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel and follow our Facebook channel. So thank you. Connect us for the next session. Have a good day.